while I'm struggling to live. How dare you? Them lashes, they gonna do work. No, I'm not picking it up. Who's not picking up that baby? No. Come on! Oh my god, that was so good! You guys saw that, right?
On endless floors and corridors, weak but not broken. And through the rust, it's hunting us. The last breath is spoken.
I knew it! Oh my goodness. Alright. So, welcome to another episode of D&D.
And Alex not knowing how to shut the fuck up.
I know, right? It's fine. Let me just switch one thing. I need to turn off the extension for thingy thing. Okay. I'm gonna try those Strumlots so people don't scare the shit out of me.
Do clearly, guys.
It's too late. Sorry, paused. Nothing. Okay. So, we last left off with, 3 of you. Oops. There we go. 3 of you heading to, words and things. You're gonna go out the West Road and stop the bandit toll road that's happened. It's popped up. You were all leaving Dax's shop, and you got to the front of the path out to the Western Road, and she has the higher perception. Oh, you're saying
My passive. Yeah.
Agatha, Agatha and Lizzy at some point, you realize Nigel has disappeared. Whether it was a swarm of people passing by that he either slipped out with them or someone took him, you're not sure, but he didn't make any kind of, like, cry of distress or indication of any kind. He didn't send Henry off to, like, hey, help. He's just gone. You're not sure why, but that is what has happened at the moment. You would think, given how much of a boisterous halfling he is, that some kind of indication of if he was actually in trouble would have come up, but it seems that he has just slipped off into the shadows for reasons unknown. Harrow is in a
Lizzy.
comatose state, saying nothing.
Lizzy, the child, has gone.
Where did it go now? Did you?
To avoid doing probably any work. Again, the two heavy lifters of this group. Don't know what's happened with this one. I point towards Harrow. Stood there looking
Tara's
formless.
just staring off in the distance.
I'm only saying this because we're not sure if Harrow is showing up. She should be, but we're assuming she's just going to be late. So,
Still
should
gonna
she?
bully her.
I know. I have entitled this week's episode as "Do you know where your children are?"
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah, basically. It's dinner time. They're not home. Where are they?
Do you know where your children are? And our child is missing. I love it.
Yeah. Ah, good stuff. Okay. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Make
Well,
one quick, thorough look around to see if I spot new gel before I just keep walking.
while also keeping an eye on our pockets.
Yeah, always keeping an eye on my pockets.
Mm.
Always.
You notice nothing. Like I said, he
Beautiful.
slipped off at some point between Dax's shop and the west gates. He has just slipped away. Again, no sign, message, anything from him that would have indicated that it was against his will. But you can't be sure.
Gonna
How well do you
shrug
know?
and keep
How well do you know
walking.
Nigel? How well do you know the child? We'll see.
Honestly, not that well.
Not that well, so she's just gonna shrug.
Goodness.
Keep going about her business, walking towards the gate.
And I'll be following Lizzy.
All right. You pass by the gate without any issue. You can see that there are city watch on guard as usual. Other travelers are coming in and out. The travelers that seem to be coming from the west road do not look happy. You do see one cart pulled by two oxen with a human driver and a straw hat on it, and you can hear him sort of grumbling to himself like it's not worth the trip. I can't believe I came. It's ridiculous. Blah.
I approach him and try to kind of get his attention. Does he notice me?
Yeah, so how would you try to get his attention? Would you, like, just wave? Would you stand in front of his cart?
Wave. I don't have a death threat.
Is that a death threat? So he gently pulls back on the reins on his ox. He says, What? What now? What could possibly more could I have to... I have nothing left. Nothing. I got nothing.
Sad. Don't worry. We're not after anything physical. I just wanted to ask. I know this road has issues with bandits and other kind of bastards. Do you have any ideas of like an idea of how many of them there are?
idea of how many.
When you were
There was-
stopped?
There was a whole encampment. There was at least 17 of them. And they came out of everywhere, and they had this giant wolf with them, and the thing scared my oxen, and then they took half my grain, and how am I supposed to sell this at market if I've only got half my load? It took me all fall to harvest it, and it's the worst trip I've ever made.
I'm very sorry, sir. Well, hopefully, future harvest, you'll know not to come to this hellhole.
You said there were. I'm sorry, sir. You said there were 17 bandits and a giant wolf?
Listen, I wasn't really paying attention to how many there were. They just seemed to pop out from everywhere. There was like 2 on the main road, and they stopped me, and they said, you have to pay the toll. And I was like, listen, I have come down this road for 30 years, and there's never been a toll before. And they said, well, now you have to pay the toll, or we're just going to burn everything.
Can
Like
we
to do an insight check just to see how much of this is like true,
Bullshit.
like desolate sorrow, and how much of it is like played up, like inconvenience sorrow.
I would also like to roll.
Yes.
Uh,
16.
Insight 19.
All right, so, Lizzy, you could tell that this man is very distraught. He is like verge of a mental breakdown, kind of distraught. You could see that it does look like his cart is quite less full than somebody with coming to market to sell a season's worth of crops looks like. You can't 100% tell how much of it is fabricated, but certainly there is probably quite a bit of it. Might be due to, stress and fear and all that kind of stuff. Agatha, he is definitely exaggerating. He is so upset. He probably has no idea exactly how many bandits there are. You could safely say that there are at least 2, from what he said with the ones that stopped him, and that there might be more camped out in the woods around where those 2 are. And there is a wolf. But otherwise you don't know exactly how many there are. But that's how much of his story seems accurate from the way that he's speaking. And he's also going sobbing, wiping his tears on his hempen robe.
With the knowledge that I have, Lizzy is gonna like pat him on the shoulder and just say thank you so much for the information. I'm gonna hand him 3 silver.
Okay. You're just gonna give this to me? I don't have to give you any grade for it.
No, sir. You're having a hard enough time as it is.
Thank you. That's very kind. And I go now? I have to find lodging for the night, and I don't know where to go.
Yeah. Of course, we won't keep you any longer.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
And he seemed to get his oxen moving. He just as he travels further into the city.
As his weeps get quieter and quieter as he makes his way into the distance, I lean to Lizzy. Yeah, there's not 17 there. Blatantly dramatizing it. I think he was just upset that he got robbed by 2. So,
Okay.
I mean, he mentioned 2, but there could be more, but I don't feel 17.
All right. I'm not as worried now. 17's kind of a lot of bandits.
Yeah, a few too many. Well, I guess we continue our way along the road.
Wonderful. You don't want to stop? Do you need any supplies? You stocked up?
Did we do a supply run? Did
We
we do a supply run?
You need to buy some potions. But I don't know if you need anything else.
stocked up at Dax.
Yeah, I've got
Nobody?
my 1 potion of healing.
I was gonna say nobody said they needed anything else, which is
Okay,
why we
I'm just
moved to the gate. Because
being
I don't
kind
need
because
anything
now
from
you're
the
one
market.
person
I don't
less.
need.
So
I don't need arrows. I don't need.
No, I've got my explosion bolts if
Honestly, I'm
there's
more
a group.
deadly with my bare fists at this
Okay.
level, so
and on your shoulder, Agatha, you just see Derek with his arrow / raccoon spear going, "Agatha!" And it's like he's like, charge.
With your head as well.
so cute.
We're good. We got this.
Okay. All right. So, my note here. Your party travels along the western road, and it leads you towards a more narrow, heavily forested area as you go through. You travel for probably about an hour or two, surrounded by dense trees. Up ahead, you can kind of see in the distance. There are logs, branches, that kind of stuff, that seem to have been purposefully cast down or dragged out into the middle of the road to make what looks like some kind of makeshift roadblock. You see just beyond the roadblock that there are 2 humans dressed in, well, who you see to be humans, figures, dressed in what you could reasonably assume is bandit attire. This is what the roadway looks like there. Okay. And then
Oh, I see. We put wheels on Haru. Just dragged her along.
I'm gonna say she's probably just a little bit. I'll still wait, see if she shows up. But the 2 of you head forward. I'll say that she's probably just was traveling along with you, but maybe had to stop for, I don't know, some kind of.
I'm still down to just leave her in a
She's
comatose
fixing her
state.
shoe.
Yeah, she bent over to tie her shoe. Who knows? Okay, so as you approach this roadblock, the log is probably about like 2 feet high, and it is, each of these hexagons is 5 feet, so about 40 feet across for the largest one. So it's quite substantial, and you can tell that it's meant to make anyone, like if you're on foot, you could ostensibly travel through relatively all right, but if you've got a cart, anything that needs an actual roadway, you're gonna stop to either get off or try and move what's there, that kind of thing. And then you see the two bandits. One is sort of leaning against this tree here, and the other one just seems to sort of be standing somewhere in the middle of the road. They look like they're having a conversation with each other, so they haven't seen you yet. What'd you like to do?
I mean, I have a disadvantage on anything stealth, so I'm not going to bother trying to be stealthy or anything. I'm a big rustly bitch. Lizzy, anything you want to do?
No, I don't see a point in stealthing. I think we just confront them head on.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So the 2 of you approach the largest of the logs, let's say. Here. As you get up to just this side of it, the 2 bandits seem to hear your footsteps on the road, turn. This one sort of moves a bit closer, and this one sort of stands up and away from the tree, and so, oh, hold right there. Where do you think you're going? says the one closest to you.
Above table. Do we want to be direct, or do we want to sort of like go kind of
All you have to do is get this roadblock gone. How you want to handle that is entirely up to you.
Above table, I will be very honest. I'm letting Agatha lead this because Lizzy is smash.
Fair enough.
What Lizzy is? Oh, Lizzy just wants. I was like, what? I'm like, you wanna do something with these bandits? You don't even know what they look like. But then I was like, I get it. You wanna kill him? That kind of smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I was just like, smash. Weird.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking like.
Yeah, me.
I mean,
like-
I saw a flash of that one picture and I was intrigued.
I was like, Lizzy, you're
Oh.
forgetting about Elaine.
She was a loyal bitch.
Oh my goodness. Oh, these movies. Oh my god.
Okay. Back below table. Funny you should ask that. We're actually here for you guys.
Oh, wonderful. So you already know there's a toll to be paid.
Totally. You know what? Let me climb over here, save you walking, and I will come and bring it to you personally.
Wonderful. So you're gonna
I'm also going to
climb over
ready
this.
my shield and mace.
Don't forget. Somebody's still with you.
Raccoon. I point
That's
to
now
Derek.
gonna be the last time that I remind you.
Yes, you know, so around my monitors.
Don't forget about Derek.
I sort of like pick up Derek, place him on the floor, and have him face me, and I can't just go. I'd like to think he knows a baby sign language.
He looks at you for a second, and he starts to step back towards like this wooded area over here. Then he stops and he just looks at you like, and then he just turns and he scampers off into the
That's fine.
into the wooded area. This bandit looks at you and goes, "You're taming the wildlife?"
Oh yeah, he's just a little friend.
Oh, I wouldn't mind me one of them friends. They useful.
Not really. He eats all of my food. But like all pets, I love him.
Fair. Yeah, so I mean, all you gotta do is give me half your stuff. That's the toll. So gold, rations, any kind of items of value you got. Just lay them down here on the road.
That's fine. So obviously I pull out my warhammer and my shield to kind of make it seem like I'm going to give him one or the other.
Mhm.
And then I would like to attack him.
All right. I'll just ask Lizzy, did you want to also move over the log? Or are you staying back behind the log?
If I'm behind the log, I can still see over the log, right?
It's only 2 feet high.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind the log.
Okay. All right, so, roll initiative.
$16.
Dirty 20.
Ew.
Got a natural 20 on that fucking bandit.
What a bastard.
Oh. The other one got 4, so it works.
Sucks to be
It works.
him.
Okay. And then just for this other one.
And what abilities did I have? Okay, haste.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you attacking?
I am swinging for his face.
Wonderful. So, do you want to roll the hit?
Sure. Let me just. Okay. 17 plus 5. Yeah. 22.
22 to hit. Okay, so that hits.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
That
it
hits.
doesn't. So it's 1d8. I
Mm-hmm.
need to remember which one's the d8. No, not you. That one. Four, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of damage.
So, you walk towards this bandit guy, and you're sort of like holding up your warhammer and your shield, like making it look like you're trying to decide like which one of these. You go, yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, okay, I'll go with this one. And then as you say that, and the bandit reaches forward to grab hold of your war mace, your arm comes fully all the way back, and you go, and you see it crack into his face. You get that whole like a tooth has come out. There's blood dripping down his face. It is not a good time. It's not a good time for him.
No,
He's
especially
definitely
because. So go ahead.
no. Are you doing more stuff to him?
Yeah, because I got my bonus
Okay.
attack action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the same again.
All right.
Uh, 16 plus 5. Math. 21.
That hits.
And then another 1d8. 6.
All right. So explain how your second hit kills him.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe scale them up a little bit.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, good. As long as there's more.
2.
So as I crack him for the first time, like the shock and everything, he's just sort of like looking at the ground, just sort of like what the fuck happened. And with that, Agatha reaches up and just pummels the warhammer that just goes straight through his head, just leaving a absolute mess.
It's like you pop the head off a daisy, just,
Literally.
and then it just all over the ground. Grossness. All right, perfect. Okay, so the second you do that, this one over here does like a quick whistle, oof, really long, and you hear probably what sounds like a really low growl, and a couple of hurried footsteps, and from back around the other side of the tree, you see 2 figures emerge and come towards your party, probably about there, and it looks like it looks like that. He definitely gives off leader vibes. And next to him is a black wolf, and I will say, given both of your perceptions, it definitely seems like there's movement in the trees around you guys. You don't see anything yet, except for this one guy that's coming up closer. Now, are you going to say anything before your turn changes?
I shall. So I'll point my bloody warhammer at him and be like, you guys have one chance. Either get the hell out and stop robbing these roads and all the merchants, or you're going the same way. And I sort of like point the mace down to his what's left of his friend.
Okay, wonderful. So, are you doing that with any kind of like persuasion or intimidation? I would say probably intimidation if you're trying to
Yeah,
force
I'll go
them.
for intimidation.
Okay.
Nat 20, making it a 22. Agatha's scary today.
She is very scary today. Lizzy was the one who's like, I just want to hit shit. And Agatha's like, no, we can talk to them. I lied.
I lied.
That's why I asked them, like, are we going coy or...
Okay, so the second you do that, this one bandit looks probably terrified. He's weighing in his mind, like, should I leave? Is this worth staying? This guy moves just within range so that he can get into the initiative. Oh. Okay. He says, there's no need to get violent. All you have to do is pay a toll. What's wrong with a couple of fellas trying to earn a buck? And he gives like a sharp look at the one bandit you can see. But your violence versus this, what amounts to a pep talk or some kind of thing, wins out. And this guy immediately is just like, nope, and he's gonna run. He's gonna run right back this way. Hold, please.
Mm-hmm. I love when we get a hold, please.
Okay. The second that other bandit runs past this guy, the guy with the wolf, he pulls his longsword up and just and cleaves him right through the middle, killing him immediately. The wolf by his side is just growling at the body. And you hear this bandit leader just go, listen, I told you there was no need for violence. Look what you made me do. Like, I don't know why you gotta be so scary. Just trying to earn a buck here, you know? Like,
there is
and you just see
earning
him
a
like
buck?
you just see him like flick his longsword down to like get some of the blood off of it. And then he continues to move forward. I will say, Lizzy, it is probably your turn now. What would you like to do?
Well, one, he's really hot. Two, I'm gonna pull my crossbow out and I'm gonna fire a bolt at him.
Okay.
I like his swagger. I can't help it. Okay. 19, that's 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
25 hits.
Yep.
Okay, what is my crossbow? Okay, it's D8. That's gonna be 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
But violence is so fun. And I'm gonna move just in front of the log now. And that's my turn.
Don't forget you have haste.
So it's an action to take my crossbow out.
Okay.
And my haste action was firing it.
Right.
And I can't
okay.
do any of my bonus actions because I'm not close to him.
Okay.
So
You
that's
you
my
took
turn.
you took out your sword and your shield before the battle started.
That's true.
Or your mace and your shield, sorry. Yeah, Warhammer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But good looking out.
Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Good looking out, though.
So, this leader, Lizzy, you fire your crossbow, and it manages to hit him in the die. What was
I kind of hope that die has penis. Can you shoot him in the crossbow?
there is a
I
genital
was gonna say-
area.
I didn't specify because I kind of want to see where the die puts it.
It hits it right in his right arm, like just in the thing. And you can see him sort of regripping on his sword, and he takes his left arm and just cracks the shaft of the arrow. It doesn't pull out the arrowhead, but cracks the shaft so that it's not encumbering his movement. And as he moves closer, he's going to come right up, sort of just a couple of feet away from Agatha. And at the same time, you hear in the bushes over here on the left side, almost some kind of rustling noise, and Lizzy, what's your AC?
With haste, it's currently 18.
Okay, so a arrow shoots from the bushes. You do not see who fired it, but it lands directly in front of your foot. Doesn't hit you, but it lands right in front of your foot. And the bandit leader just holds up his hand towards the area where the arrow came from, and the longsword, and goes, I mean, I don't want to resort to violence, but if that's what you want to do, we certainly can. You sure that's how you guys want to play this?
I feel like Lizzy's going to say something.
I mean, I'd love to not kill you, but you're not supposed to be here collecting a toll.
And also, half of what someone owns is not a toll, it's a robbery.
I gotta say, the bandit leader also laughs when you say that. He goes, tomato. Listen, a toll is based on a set of superfluous rules that someone else comes up with. I came up with these rules. If you don't want to pass this road, you don't have to. That's your choice. You can take another road. But this road right here, this is where we've decided a toll needs to happen. Too many fat pants running through here, unchecked, thinking they own everything, and I'm just letting them know they don't.
You took half a carriage full of grain. How is that fat pants?
He hadn't made money from it yet, and I gotta feed my crew somehow.
Yeah, but he's hardly rich, and he's also got to make money to then feed his family. Make it
Left him
make
with
sense.
half. I left him with half.
Hmm. Fair enough. Doesn't make sense, but fair enough.
Mm.
Hmm. What do I have that will hurt?
You are continuing with the fight then? Is this the consensus above table?
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous.
Listen,
Yes.
I love the end with Lizzy fucking this guy, but I'm not opposed to killing him either.
Yeah, plus we're getting money, so.
Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. So, what is your do a Agatha or Lizzy or both? Could you do a deception roll for me?
Sure.
13.
18.
Okay, so this bandit leader is studying you both quite intently. He's not quite sure if his words are getting through to Lizzy, but he for damn sure can tell that Agatha is she not backing down. She's already squished one guy's head. She is ready to go for another one. She's not afraid. You see him sort of mull this over in his head for a second, and then he's going to try to hit you with his long sword. So that does 21.
21 does hit.
Okay. He's gonna do 6 points of damage. 1 is slashing damage. So 5 regular damage, 1 slashing. I don't know if you have any resistance to slashing damage.
I think I do.
It would say it in your resistances thing up the top. I would say no.
Up the
Probably
top?
Yeah, right next to where it's like your conditions.
Oh, okay. Nah, I don't. Okay, I'll just take it.
Okay, so he pulls back his longsword and swings it at you. Oh, perfect! On your left arm. And he aims it in an area where, because you hold your shield with your left arm, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna aim it basically just up in the upper section. You try to lift your shield to block it, and he manages to just cut into the top part of your arm with his long sword, and his little wolf companion beside him growls and does nothing.
Fabulous.
You just hear him go, when he's done that, he also does another whistle, and you hear more bushes rustling. One bandit pops up there, and another one comes out from the tent over there. This one moves to there. To there. You still don't see this one, but you know they're in that vicinity. Agatha, that's now your turn again.
Well, I've decided to hit him with the big guns. So I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds, but as a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
What are you aiming for?
The asshole that just tried to take a chunk out of me.
Yes, it does.
Fabulous. So that will be 4d10. $30 damage.
Okay. And what kind of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Okay. You want to explain how that looks?
So first, does it end him?
No.
Okay, fabulous then. Just so I know how to describe it. So what I do is I reach out for him and sort of like just grab onto his arm. And you just see sort of like it going all the way up his arm, sort of like this black kind of like it's kind of like oil, but the steam coming off it is like green, just sizzling, going further and further up his arm.
Okay, perfect. So he screams in pain as this happens. You can see like sweat break out over his forehead. Like it is so fucking painful. What you have just done. And he screams, and you can almost see a tension in the wolf and in the other bandits that you can see amp up. Lizzy, it is your turn.
I am gonna run to the right of Agatha up to that bandit that's next to the wolf.
20 feet of movement.
And I am going to I'm gonna elbow him in the face. Yeah, elbowing in the face. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh god, I hope this works.
I also completely forgot about my bonus action.
18. Do you have a bonus action you want to do?
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I get started, that's
okay. Then I will go for
and I'll just hold
a simple melee attack. She's got her elbow ready and she's like right next to his face.
Okay.
Well, we'll just say you're doing this as I'm running up to the dude.
Yeah. Spells, actions. Warhammer +5, 19.
Hits.
And then it's 1d8. Six plus 3, 9.
Okay. Are you swinging at any place in particular?
I'll let the dice decide.
Okay.
But if it hits that arm, I want that arm falling off.
No, it hits him in the leg.
Damn it.
Nice try.
So, almost as if he is expecting you to aim for the same spot as where your spell had hit, and the other thing, he moves himself back but exposes his leg at the last second, and your warhammer comes cracks down on his leg. I'm sorry, how much points of damage did you say I did? 9?
9.
Okay, perfect. You almost see his leg shake with the force of impact, and he stumbles a bit, but he manages to keep his footing. He looks fucking pissed. So angry.
Good. I've been starved of fighting.
Lizzy.
Okay. So as I run up and hit him, does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Beautiful. That's gonna be 6 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. I don't know if it matters. And then with my hasted action, I'm gonna kick him in the nutsack. No, I'm totally gonna miss. Yeah, that's only a 10 to hit.
No. All right, so Lizzy, you
Fabulous.
run up to this other bandit and you just grab hold of your wrist and like elbow him in the face. You feel like crunch and break his nose. And almost like he knows that you're going to go in for another, based on your momentum, another strike. I don't know about men, but I would assume that you're very careful about if somebody's aiming towards your groin area. And this bandit immediately just like sidesteps past where your kick is going. Thankfully, whoosh, missing his genitals.
With my bonus action, with my bonus unarmed strike, as he's dodging out of that, I'm gonna whack him with the other elbow in the face. That's better. Does a 14 hit?
14 hits.
Beautiful. It's another 6 bludgeoning.
Already with his bloodied nose, your elbow then connects with it again, and a large spray of blood just erupts from his mouth and his nose, almost coating your elbow in this man's blood. And you could see, you know, when you like can't breathe because you have a cold and your nose is stuffed up, he makes that kind of noise.
Don't throw up on me.
He can no longer breathe through his nose. It's just not possible. All right, perfect.
That's my turn.
All right, so from the side there, I'm gonna say. Let me roll and see which one he's gonna hit because I don't care at this point. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Your left hand. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. It's gonna hit because I hit a natural 20, so it's just gonna. I know that's your AC is less than that.
Who's?
Agatha.
Nope. Not with haste. Makes mine 20.
Well, with the
Gives me plus 2 AC and my
so 23 in
AC's
total.
Okay, well 23 in total, yes. But if it's a nat 20, no.
Well, it's 23 in total.
Well, meets it, beats it. So a nat 20 would still beat it.
Yeah. Okay.
5, 6, and then. All right. Another crossbow bolt exit this bushes to your left, and aims directly for the wrist that is holding your shield. And it does 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And any reaction to this crossbow hit you in the wrist? Just, okay.
I mean, I had 10 temp health, so it's kind of just like, eh. It's only actually just taken some health off me.
You just shake it off.
Kinda.
You're like, thanks, Dax. I appreciate you.
I love it. I love it so much.
Alright, perfect. Next is...
But now that he's hit me, I'm able to notice where he is.
Yeah, you know the general area, but he's
Okay.
still hiding in a bush. So you will have
Okay.
disadvantage on throwing anything at him. Because you can't
Okay.
see him, but you know generally where
But just
he
so I
is.
know where he is, so I know where to go after I've killed his leader.
Okay. Um, 17 Lizzy, does 20 hit you? Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay. This bandit leader makes a call out to his compatriots. So don't let a couple of women defeat us. These are nothing. They're just like any other adventurer who thinks they know better than everybody else. Come on! And he shouts like a leadership cry.
Bombastic side eye.
I just make another sort of like a really dramatic look at his arm.
Continue. Sorry.
Honestly, I just want to multi-class for like 3 seconds into a bard and use vicious mockery. And just be like, your arm's that much damage by necrotic damage, I could turn undead on it. No.
Anyway.
Okay. 4. 5 points of slashing damage to you, Lizzy, as the leader takes like 1 step forward towards you, because you've just tried to elbow shit out of his friend, and he swings his sword at you, and it slashes right across your chest.
Okay. So because of my 5-10 hit points, I'm not going to react as if I'm in pain, but I'm just going to say, hey, this is my favorite shirt! That's it.
Beautiful. The one near the tree seems to be reaching for something in the dirt. You can see it's some kind of like peg or weird kind of thing. And as he yanks it from the ground, an area does that. Please.
Did we just get flashbanged?
Nope. So that area is now difficult terrain. He has yanked what seems to be a explosive mechanism, and the terrain beneath your feet becomes like a loose stone, mud, all that kind of sort of thing. And you note that there are a couple other places around the road that have that same mechanism, but you're not sure in which direction it will go. So anybody in this, your movement speed is now halved because you're on difficult terrain.
Oh no, not us having haste.
That's
Well,
fine.
just-
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
Listen, this was set up ahead of time, and then you just happen to fucking roll well with Dex. Don't come at me.
I'm back to my normal walking speed.
Damn it.
Thank you, Jack, for this beautiful gift.
I will say the terrain does not seem to affect the bandit leader or his compatriots. They seem to be
Cheating.
used to this terrain.
Ah, peasants.
Alright, and then let's go with this one. Oh shit. 9. Does 14 hit you, Abby?
No.
Okay. So, this wolf makes a lunge for you after the leader swings his sword, trying to sort of get you at the same time that his leader has, and manages to just bite into thin air. Essentially, you've managed to dodge out of the way of that.
Oh no, Poochie.
Very upset with you. Okay, and then the last one. Yeah, it's not gonna hit anybody. So, this guy just jeers along with his captain. Yeah, we'll take him down. Woo! There's just a couple of women, but with his nose broken like that. And, come on, women. And I did get the order mixed up last time. Sorry, so it is Lizzy this time first. I was mixed up because Agatha did have the first one because you did the surprise attack, and then I did it the second round. I shouldn't have, but it's reversed. So Lizzy's up next.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if in my notes it just hadn't been her turn again, so I just cool. Good to know. So I'm going to punch the one in front of me's nose again.
You just trying to pummel his face in the way that Agatha did with the other guy with her fucking warhammer. I just want to crack his face open. That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
It's gonna be a 14 again.
Okay, that hits.
That hits. Okay. For 9 bludgeoning.
All right. So how would you like to kill him?
I'm just gonna look him in the face and say, just a bunch of women, and then punch him in the nose and watch him drop as his nose bones shoot into his brain hole.
Oh no! You just hear a sickening squelching noise as like the last bone shards from his face jam up into his brain, and you see his eyeball roll into the back of his head briefly before he just keels over. He did.
Then, for my hasted action, I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna try to punch the bandit leader in the face.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if it'll be successful, but we'll see. 13? Does a 13 hit?
Does not. So sorry.
Agatha's
like, don't worry, I got this next round. Linda, thank you for the raid.
I am going to... Let me see what it's called. Okay. So as a... Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to try and hit him again with my fist. And should I hit him, I'm going to try and grapple him. Okay, that's better. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. For 7 bludgeoning, but I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to grab his hair after I punch him. It's going to be my attempt to grapple.
Okay. What's the save on that? The strength save? It's your strength versus my strength roll, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, strength.
Oh. What's nature roll.
Gonna be a 15.
Oh, thank God. Misses.
Okay.
All right, sorry. So you said that you elbowed him in the face? Is that what you did?
I punched him in the face.
Punch him in the face. Okay, so.
And then my attempt to grapple him was after punching him was grabbing his hair, but because I missed.
Okay, so I will almost say that you successfully punch him in the face. It doesn't quite break his nose, but you do feel that flesh connect, and he feels it in his face a lot. Probably like on the cheek, let's say. So not quite close enough to break the nose, but you feel that bone underneath your hand as your fist connects to his face, and his head snaps back a bit. And almost because of the fact that his head snaps back, you try and grab his hair, but the momentum of his head snapping back just misses it.
And as his head comes back to look at me, I'm just gonna wink at him.
And you just hear him cry, "Bloody hell! Oh, fuck! I can. Oh my God!" Oh. He's just like, "What is wrong with you?"
That's my own
We're
turn.
just women.
My response was to wink. Hers is we're just women. I love it. This is great.
Agatha, it's your turn.
I am going to swing my warhammer at him. Does a 22 hit?
It does.
Plus. 8 damage.
So close. Where you swinging it?
So I'm going for sort of like a fashion fatality, so bear with me. So imagine this is my mace.
Mm-hmm.
This is the handle, things on there. I'm literally just going to thrust it into his face, square flat.
Oh my goodness. All right. I will say.
And then
Go ahead.
I was just going to say,
Bonus
I was
action?
going to use my bonus action, yeah? Shouldn't have to ask this, but does a 24 hit?
Yeah, it does.
$10 damage. And I'm doing the exact same thing again. While saying,
All right, well,
we're just women, right?
So I'm gonna take over this for how you're killing him, okay? So, you hear him say to Lizzy, like, "What is wrong with you?" Right? And you just have that, like, in your head, you can just hear that echo of him going, "They're just women, they're just women, they're just women." And you take your mace and sort of flip it so that you're grabbing it so that it's out like this, right? So the head of it is here. And you have his head here, and you just go, "Just women. Just women. Just women!" And then, and with each successful slamming of your war mace into his face, it's "Just women! Just women! Just women!" Like, and you realize that he's crumpled to the ground, dead. His face was a bloody mess of broken bone, and what used to be a very handsome face is now just mulch. And he's going, "Just women. Just women." Yes. You have anything else you'd like to do?
I do. The beauty of being a war. Could I potentially say? Actually, no. Fuck it. I'm going for his little fucking dog. So with being a war priest, I do get another 1 weapon attack as a bonus action that I can use 4 times during a long rest. So I'm going to go over towards the wolf and swing at it.
Oh, yes, poor wolf.
Derek. And Andy's made it very clear I'm getting no more fluffy animals, so now they all die.
I've not said that.
Can't
Who
have
said
an
that?
animal.
Yeah.
Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Well, actually, you know what? Above table. Lizzy, do you want to try and work on this one? Because I can direct my anger elsewhere.
Totally fine. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, okay, well, okay,
I'm not
below
going to
table.
disrupt your actions. You're fine.
No, it's fine.
I'm just saying. Some of
I
us
just want to
might.
be. I just want to be considerate. Yes,
It's
some of us
okay.
do want to
I'll
fight,
find a better animal.
and you definitely will. It literally
She's like,
has done
I'm
nothing.
gonna persuade a dragon.
Literally, get yourself an animal that actually lands a hit. 'Cause this one hasn't.
Listen, it's not my fault the dice don't like me today. You guys have got fucking lucky.
11 damage.
Is that what to hit?
No, oh, sorry. It was a 18 plus 5, 23.
Yes. Okay. 11 damage. All right. How are you gonna kill it?
So
It's only a wolf. It's not like a fucking dire wolf or anything, is it?
I don't know. I thought they had more health. So I'm gonna go up to it and sort of like swing my hammer sort of like underarm, hitting its center mass is just sort of like send it flying. Just into the bushes.
So you flip the warhammer back around in your hand and you swing it and it hits its center mass and you just hear and it flies off.
Okay.
I will say it probably only lands about like there in the grass.
For me.
But it does land and it is not moving. Looks like it's dead. You probably cracked its rib cage and punctured its heart. That's what I'm gonna say happened.
Make better life choices.
Listen,
So that
it's
is
a
me
dog.
done.
It's a wolf. It's not a.
Yeah, well, make better life choices. Go into banking.
Okay, so the leader is now dead. The wolf is dead. 2 of the other bandits are dead, and this guy looks at the 2 of you. Lizzy with your arms covered in blood, and Agatha, your warhammer is covered in guts and blood.
I'm probably some brains.
Yeah, I was gonna say some brain tissue. And you look incensed because in your head all you still hear is they're just women.
Mm-hmm.
And he immediately goes, nope. And he runs. He's gone. The bushes on the side here go conspicuously silent. And you hear no more rustling. That's the end of initiative.
Sort of like let out this exhale. Oh.
We should see if we can find their camp.
Yeah, there might be more of them.
Or things we can return to people.
Yeah, that would probably be good as well. Return stolen things. Kind of have a lost and found. I mean, I'm sure they'll have documentation, so make sure the right people get the right stuff back.
Oh yeah.
I doubt there's documentation, but we at least know that one dude's missing grain. Please. These are bandits. Do you think they have record keepers?
Well, not the bandits, but the merchants who had the stuff stolen.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So I holster my shield and warhammer, and I kind of pull out one of my rations and kind of just like rustle the wrapper to kind of summon Derek. Like you would with a
I do! It's like you're like, I rustle the wrapper. I was like, I know exactly what this bitch is doing.
While she does that, I want to search the bodies. I'll start with the bandit leader's body.
Okay. So on his body, you find a longsword, a light crossbow, and some bolts. He is wearing chainmail. And he has 33 gold coins on him.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, right, rustled wrapper. So, you look off towards Derek, where Derek had disappeared into the bushes. And you rustle the wrapper. Do you call out to him, or you just rustle the wrapper?
Just rustle the wrapper. I feel that's enough.
Okay. You rustle the wrapper, and it takes about 10, 15 seconds, and you see the bushes rustle. And you could just see two eyes for a second in the darkness of the bush, and all of a sudden Derek's head, just his head, pops out.
As he
Looks at
pops
you
his
like-
head out, I open it up and sort of like crouch down and extend it out to him.
Wonderful. So he immediately bursts from the bushes, scampers, jumps over one of the dead bodies, and leaps directly onto the ration that you put down on the ground in front of him. Puts down his arrow and just starts eating the ration.
Nice. While he is eating the ration, I'll turn to Lizzy. Any chance you have a dagger with you? Or something sharp?
I'm gonna pull out of my boot one of my daggers and hand it to her.
Thank you. I proceed to cut off the bandit leader's head.
What's left of it?
While she does that, I'm gonna loot the broken nose guy's body.
And then I'm going to wrap
I
it.
can't bear looking at his face being ripped off his body.
And I'm going to wrap it in the blanket I have in my backpack.
Okay. Bum. The bandit that you are searching, Lizzy, has a short sword and a crossbow. He's wearing leather armor. And you find a pouch in his possessions that seems to contain some kind of seed. You do have the option to roll a nature check if you like, to figure out if you know what the seed is.
Yes, I will. I think I might.
Oh my god, you scared me.
That's my nature. Okay, my nature's okay.
Okay, it was real fucking loud.
Sorry.
She was like, I will!
Sorry. That's gonna be a 16.
Oh, okay. So, I will say, given your familial background with this type of thing, you would see it's a black pod of some kind. It's probably as thick as it's like a very thick seed. You can only hold like 3 of them in your hand. There's only one in the pouch, but by the shape of it, you could only ever hold 3 of them in your hand. It is, you recognize it as a black ghost orchid seed. What this seed does, it's a very rare type of seed. You doubt that this bandit came across this on his own. It's probably something that he looted off of another person. It is a type of seed that only grows every few years, and not a lot of them. When a creature consumes one of these black seeds, it's affected by the Feign Death spell. The creature that consumes it, unless they do it willingly, are unaware of the pod's effects, or if they do not wish to be affected, they can resist its effect by succeeding a DC 16 Constitution save. Otherwise, it's considered to be a willing recipient of the spell. So if they don't know they're consuming it, or they don't realize what it is, there's no DC save. It's just it happens. Whereas if you're like if you shove it in somebody's mouth, you're like, eat this, or they don't want to, they can try to save against it. Shit scared me.
And you said that was Feign Death?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beautiful.
What would you like to do?
I will collect up Derek, put him on my shoulder. I assume he's still munching away and holding to that ration with an iron claw.
Mhm.
Head up towards Lizzy, like, hey, find anything good?
I am going to. Yeah, I found a couple things here. I'm gonna put the seed in my bag, the leather armor, the light crossbow, and the short sword. I'm gonna hand Agatha 16 gold. And I'm gonna point to the crossbow and the longsword and say, if you would like to take either of those along.
Oh, wow. I'll take the longsword just in case.
Okay.
Lizzy, are you
after
keeping
she grabs
the crossbow?
After she takes the longsword, I'm gonna hook the crossbow onto my backpack. Okay. Please, I'ma sell that bitch.
I love how there's like in searching and retrieve, like longsword, moon touched longsword. I want the moon one.
I know. I hate when those things pop up. I'm like, but I want it.
Would I add it to equipment or my backpack?
It's up to you.
Backpack. Well, I mean, equipment is something where like you can have it a little bit more ready to use if you plan on using it. If it's just something you want to take and then sell it later, just put it in your backpack.
I'll stick it on my back. So I'll have it in equipment.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we should find this camp. Don't worry. I put his head in the blanket, so you don't have to look at it. I mean, head.
Ashamed to separate that from his body. And then I'm gonna point to the west and say there was a lot of activity coming from that direction. Do you think they might be in that tree line?
It's not a bad shout. We could go and have a look.
Beautiful. That's the direction we shall walk.
And
So-
while we look for the signs of this camp.
As you head up and to the left, you will notice that there are there are two large tents set up on the other side of that large tree.
that's what that is.
A doused fire, and you don't hear any sound.
You take one tent, I take the other.
I would like to approach the camp, but I want to just check for like traps on the ground or anything like that might have been set up to alert them should someone show up before I just
Okay.
blindly walk into the camp.
Roll a perception check.
13.
Okay, so you can see that there are like wires set up attached to little posts that are put in the ground at different spots around the camp. They seem to be attached to just like little bells, so it's mostly something where if it was at night and they were sleeping, it's set up as an alarm bell system. Nothing else seems set up like trap wise around this camp that you can see.
I'm gonna point out the wire to Agatha, and then I'm gonna say, "You take one, I'll take the other."
Sounds good.
Who's taking the south one and who's taking the north one?
I'll let Lizzy do her roll to decide.
I'll take north.
I'll take south then.
I would like you to roll a d20 each, please.
Am I adding anything
13.
to it? Okay. 16.
Lizzy, inside the tent, you find a bag of. It's like a small canister. The powder resembles like a very fine sand. You don't know what it does. But just looks. It looks like it could be sand, but you're not sure. It is a sealed container, though. You also find. Oh, I'm gonna say just because I don't want to lose this table here, but Agatha, you find a small wooden box, hidden underneath one of the, like bedrolls, inside the southern tent. It almost looks like it is something where one of the robbers attempted to hide something from his friends. Inside just seems to be nestled in a like a velvet cushion is some kind of long. It's like a carved rod. Some might say a wand of some kind. But you don't know what it does.
Okay.
Okay. In the northern tent, Lizzy, you find a small chest that has 110 gold in it. Agatha, in your tent, you find 2 coin purses. One has 60 gold in it, and the other one has 250 silver pieces. Or 25 gold, but it's specifically silver. It just is. You can exchange it if you want, but I'm just saying it's specifically 250. It seems heavy, and then you open it, you're like, oh, it's silver.
Okay. I was like, are we going to be fighting werewolves?
Maybe. Who knows?
Throw
And you keep it,
werewolf
and then you
scans.
use it as, like, improvised weapon. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Back off.
Okay.
You use it to decorate your shield like some macrame, and it's covered in silver now, bitch. Alright, and then do me a favor and roll a d6 each.
I forgot to move my d6 over here. 6.
2.
Agatha, you also find a tiny object that looks like a feather. It seems to be some kind of, as I just on your passive, it doesn't seem like a regular feather. It seems
Not pink, is it?
no.
Okay.
It's a very tiny feather. It's something that like it fits in your hand, but it was in a box, right? Like in a small box. And unless it was a keepsake, this feather might do something. You'll have to.
I wish to keep it in the box.
And sorry, Abby,
You don't want to
your...
touch it?
No.
I rolled a 6.
6, okay. Purple. In the, what you've come to realize is the leader's tent, Lizzy, you find in a sack, a large, what looks like a yellow diamond, but there seems to be an energy coming from the center of it. So it's a bit warm to the touch.
Through the bag?
Well, I mean, you would open it up and you would feel like, yeah, a little bit of heat coming through the bag.
Okay. I'm just making it clear that I don't touch this.
You're like, I didn't touch it, I just opened it.
I'm holding this sack.
Not putting her hand in it or anything.
It's so funny. You guys are always like, I don't actually want to touch it. No, I don't want to touch it.
Okay.
You're like, where's Nigel? Make him touch it.
No, he might take it and keep it.
Exactly.
Cool. I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna tuck it in my backpack.
All right. Other than that, in the northern tent is just a large, pretty nice bedroll. And in the southern tent is less bedroll, more like roll of straw. But there's several of those beds. So from your deductions, I would say that the northern tent is the leader's tent, and the more southern one was one where some of the other bandits laid their heads.
And then weird question. Are there any just like spare shirts in the leader's tent?
Sure. Yeah,
I'm
I'd say
just
you
gonna
probably
take 2.
find like a black. I can say there's one spare shirt.
Don't
They're not
make
out here
that
with a whole
look,
fucking
Alex.
closet. There is one black linen shirt, in a bag, along with a
I'm
pair
gonna
of
take that.
trousers. So
I'm just
it's
gonna
up to
take
you
the
if you
black
wanna.
linen shirt.
Okay. You need to look on your face.
Listen, it is not for those purposes, okay?
Don't lie to me.
I'm a thrifty bitch, alright?
Raw.
I collect shit, alright? Fine.
Don't see you collecting that bedroll.
No. I have my own bedroll, thank you. I don't need his.
She's like, I don't need dirty bandit slept in linens. Ugh.
They look nice. That's all I'm gonna say. In the southern tent, do I notice like any food or possibly any of the stuff that doesn't look anything of like high value, but stuff that was like stolen from caravans, stuff like that we can return?
Oh. I will say, you probably see a supply chest that has probably like a bundle of crossbolts, some candles, some rations. I would say next to those tents are what looks like crates of goods. Not inside the tents, though.
Okay. I'll grab the bolts. I've already got more candles than I can shake a fucking stick at. and I'll take the rations.
All right, do me a favor and roll a d12.
Okay, that's that one. I was like, what the fuck's a D12? 8.
You found 8 rations.
Oh, wow, fucking hell. And bolt?
Bolts will be 25 in the bundle.
Oh, okay. Then I will leave my tent and await for Lizzy to also exit after she's been doing her gross stuff by getting the black linen shirt.
You don't know she has. She's done this all without you seeing.
Above table.
Listen, above table, there's a lot of shit you can do with some nice fabric, okay?
You're just gonna see her suddenly wearing a black linen shirt. You'd be like, "I've never seen you wear that shirt before. It looks like a man's shirt." Shut up. You know, I lied. You're gonna meet up with Neat and be jealous. She'd be like, "I got you a present."
Yeah, nightgown.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna make my way out of the. After grabbing that shirt, I'm gonna make my way to like outside the thing to like the center between the two to find Agatha. And I'm gonna tell her what I found. Gonna mention the canister of sand and the diamond. So I'm gonna say, well, I think that was the leader's tent. I found this weird sand-like substance, and there was like a diamond that kind of feels like it was, I don't know, it was warm. It was really warm. So I kind of want to get those identified before we do anything with them.
Oh, yeah.
And I found 110 gold.
Nice.
So we could split that halvesies.
I see you hold on to it. In my tent, I was able to find 75 gold. A couple, like, small wooden boxes. One had, like, this long carved rod. Then another one has, like, this tiny, weeny little feather in it. And then I also got 8 rations, so I point to my shoulder. This one's taken care of for a bit. And then 25 bolts. I didn't really use my crossbow, so I'm going to hand the 25 bolts over to Lizzy.
I'm going to tuck them in my thing.
Okay.
While we're outside, do we notice the storage?
Yes, you would see the crates.
Okay. Is there like a lot that we wouldn't be able to carry back with us? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there foliage nearby, like bushes and shit?
Yes.
Can I kind of sort of like rip them up and kind of use them, kind of just camouflage them, so if anyone comes by while we're gone, they're not going to get ransacked?
I will say roll survival at disadvantage for the likelihood of if these items are going to be able to stay well hidden.
16, 17, so 16 survival plus 4, so dirty 20.
Okay. So I will say that these boxes look that there's a great number of them.
Okay.
There's at least like 10 large crates full of stuff. they look heavy. Like they look.
I mean, I'm okay with it just sort of like being like, imagine this is all the crates and the bushes
So-
like that.
I will say that you can rip up enough bushes without looking like you've ripped up bushes, and put it on along one side of the ones like where the road is. The side closest to the forested area won't be covered as well. But
Okay.
you do have like half camouflage kind of thing, for these boxes. Are you checking any of these boxes first, or are you just, these are other people's goods and we're gonna try and get it back to people?
Other people's goods.
Okay.
I've done a lot of fucking heinous actions in the last hour. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose my oath.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to go through any of the boxes.
Lizzy?
I'll take a peek.
Okay. Roll a d10.
D10. 7.
Okay. So, as Agatha has started to cover up these boxes, you just sort of get the idea that that's what she's doing. Your curiosity gets the better of you, and you crack open the lid of one of the crates. Inside, you see some paintings, a couple of small sculptures, generally finely made items that seem to have some kind of cultural or artistic value to them.
I'm just gonna secure the lid back on it and help her cover it. I'm not gonna take anything. I just wanted to know what was in it.
Okay. Well, it was just a
So
one.
if Agatha's giving me any looks, I'm just gonna be like, I just wanted to know what it was.
As I'm there just holding all these fucking bushes.
Do me a favor, Lizzy. Roll a perception check.
19.
Hmm? Say that again?
19.
19? Okay, so, just as you are sliding the lid back closed on this crate, you notice movement from inside the box.
And I lift the lid a little higher and just see what moved.
Okay, first, Agatha, can you do a perception check at disadvantage because you're busy ripping out bushes?
Honestly, half expecting this to be fucking Derek.
He should still be on my shoulder, little shithead. But knowing him, he's probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
11. So perceptions plus 4, so 15.
Lizzy, at some point while Agatha was moving all these bushes over onto the boxes, Derek took the opportunity to slide down into this crate that you have opened because his curiosity has also got the better of him. And as you peer down into the box, you see him holding his arrow and what looks to be a small sculpture of an elephant made of marble. And he just looks up at you.
It's gonna like hiss down at him. Hide it! Get out of the box! Just like,
I didn't get in the box. Okay. So he goes, and he stuffs it into his vest, and it's just like this big bulging thing, and he manages to like scramble and climb up over the top
I'll
and just
help him. I'll like scoop under his legs and help him get out.
So you just hear him like go a little, just like a little chitter at you, and then he just goes like this, and pat you like a thanks on the forehead, and then hops down and scampers back towards just sitting nearby where Agatha is. And Agatha, you notice that at some point while you were hefting all these bushes, Derek hopped off, and he has something in his vest, but you don't know what it is. But you just like,
I just look over at him and I'm like, I don't want to ask about that, do I?
No. Oh. Contour, it's not your day? Oh, there we go.
Fuck off.
Cool. Sorry, what'd you say?
I look over him, I'm like, I don't want to ask about that, do I? Obviously knowing that he does not understand me.
He's just gonna look at you. Just like, he's gonna motion over towards the boxes. That's it. And he's gonna pat his vest.
I'll continue doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so it takes you probably about 20 minutes to fully cover these boxes as best you can. Lizzy, you did re-secure that one box that you checked. No other movement on the road at this point. It is probably getting towards like evening time now, about like 6 o'clock. So it did take you a couple hours to get out here. It's gonna take a couple hours to get back.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably sometime after we've covered the boxes, we'll probably sit for a minute because our haste will have worn off.
No,
Because it wears off at 5 p.m. Well, she
I
just
have
said it's
5
almost 6.
5:30.
5 a.m.
We got it at 5 a.m., but it cuts off at 5 p.m. Right? Or do I have that flipped?
It's a
I've written in my notes 5
no.
till
It would
5
be
a.m. from
until 5
yesterday.
a.m. Yeah,
Lovely.
12
Okay.
hours.
Okay, never mind then. I just have it written wrong.
Okay.
Phew!
So you're not lethargic yet, but you gonna get there.
Disregard. On our way back, where the logs are in the road, I want to take a couple minutes to try and clear the road.
I'll
Okay.
help out.
Can you do a say a strength check, like with athletics?
16.
Athletics?
Mhm.
That's 18.
Okay, so you guys are, with some effort, able to take the on either end the larger log, move it off the road, and then you quickly sort of grab the rest of the more manageable pieces and push them off to the side, creating an open thoroughfare on the road.
Beautiful.
Then we'll make our way back.
Perfect. So,
As always, making sure to keep an eye out for pickpockets and with Derek on my shoulder.
okay.
Hey,
So,
with her looking for pickpockets, I'm just gonna be watching the tree line for creatures.
so it takes you guys another hour or two to get back. It's about 8 o'clock when you get back from the road. You are still covered in blood, guts, brain matter, and take Harrow off because she's not here right now. Harrow seemed to have stayed behind or went back towards the city. Who knows? She disappeared again.
Or died. Who knows?
Got dragged off by bandits. Who knows? You return to the front of the gate. The city watch that is standing guard outside of the gate gives you both a long look up and down. Like, alright, weird. But doesn't say anything as you pass by.
Heading to the Adventurers Guild.
Before we head to the
Alright.
Adventurers Guild, I want to stop at the City Watch and say we took care of the bandits on the road.
That's what's going to tell the Adventurers Guild for them to then.
I'm
tell
also
them.
going to let City Watch know, though.
Well, I'll tell the Adventurers Guild to tell them.
Nah, I told them before we walked off.
Ah,
Which one of you wants to roll persuasion against the other one to convince them which way to go?
let's both roll.
Whoever gets the higher persuasion wins.
Ooh, 19 persuasion plus 2, 21.
That's a 21 total.
Even?
So
You both
we both hit 21.
roll
Mine
again.
was a
Roll
nat
again.
20 though. Mine was 21 on a nat
Oh.
20.
Okay. I will give Lizzy the advantage there. I'd say that
Sorry, you got shit
she
charisma.
just ekes it. She just ekes it. Alright, so almost as if two of you start walking towards the Adventurers Guild, and Lizzy just goes, "No, gotta tell City Watch first. We gotta tell her." And you're like, "No, I want to." And she basically just grabs her and goes, "No, we're going this way." And just pulls you along, like, "Oh, fine." To the City Watch. When you walk into the front doors, there are 2 City Watch guards standing on either side of that front desk again. The gentleman that is sitting behind the desk this time, however, is the same one that you had met earlier in the day at the Traders Guild. He looks, again, pretty overwhelmed, but seems to be doing well in his job, and he's just writing on some paperwork as you two enter. "Oh, hello. Did you ladies need any? Oh dear. You seem to be covered
Hey.
in some kind of... Is that blood?
Been a
About
long
that.
day. We're on our way to the Adventurers Guild, but I wanted to let you all know first that your bandits on the West Road won't be a problem anymore, and we've cleared the logs out of the road.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think we had some kind of thing up on their little board in there. So I'm sure if you go and tell them, but I'll have some City Watch go out and sort of check around. You've gotten rid of all the bandits?
Well, they kind of ran off, but
The ones that survived
Oh.
did, yeah.
Okay.
But we got the leader, and I reach in to pick up like the blanket that has his head in, and I kind of like put it on the desk, and I'm like, make sure you've got nothing that can get ruined because it's kind of a mess in here. And then I just sort of like untie it and sort of like show the bandit leader's head. I'm like, I didn't know if I needed proof, so I have the bandit leader's head.
So, as you set the blanket down on the table in front of him, like a squelching sound happens on the bottom, and some blood leaks out around the edges, like a squish. I don't know, squishes out blood, and he looks in horror at the bottom of this bag, and then you're like, I didn't know if I needed any kind of proof or anything, and just make sure you don't have anything around that could get messed up. And as you unfurl the front flap of the tied up blanket section, to reveal the head of the bandit leader with its face crushed in and brain matter eking out, oozing from the top portion of the head, this clerk essentially goes and just
Lizzy also goes,
immediately vomits everything into a trash bin at the side of his desk, and he goes, "No,
hey, put it away.
oh no,
Put it away.
no,
Fine.
no,
I
kind of."
just sort of like wrap it up and put it back in my backpack.
Anyway, I just wanted to let you all know first because there's some crates and things in their camp that may be missing items of people, so we wanted to let you all know first before heading over there.
They're also partially camouflaged with the bushes, so they're kind of like in between the 2 tents.
Okay.
We should be able to easily find them.
And I'm gonna like roughly, because I'm not a cartographer, I'm just gonna like roughly etch out like where the road is and like with arrows pointing to like where the camp was in relation to where we were on the road.
Okay. And he's gonna just like, because he could still see the like wet spludge of blood that is on the desk, even though you've removed the offending head. And he's like, it's just for future reference. I don't need any kind of proof like that. Thank you for coming to tell us. We'll send out some people to... And you see, like, his face is going green because he could still just see the image of that head on his desk, and he almost is like looking anywhere except at that spludge on his desk. And he's just like, "Thank you for letting us know you can collect your reward at the guild. Please go, please."
And I am gonna thanks and start walking.
And I'll follow behind.
Wonderful. So you all head to.
Yeah, we're gonna head to the Adventurers Guild, keeping an eye out for pickpockets.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And shady individuals.
We've learned our lesson here.
So, you guys enter the guild, and it is evening time, dinner time. So you see a bunch of tables filled with adventurers, city watch. They're all sort of eating some food, having conversations. A couple of them are drinking, and the guild leader is enjoying her own beverage behind the counter, going over some paperwork of her own.
I'll head over to the counter.
Oh, hello! Back so soon, didn't I just see you this morning? Earlier today?
Yeah. It kind of went well for us. Reach into my backpack and pull out the blanket. The bandits aren't an issue. We've informed the city guard. There was actually a load of crates there from the stuff that was stolen from people, so we've informed them about that.
Oh, wonderful.
Me and
managed to
Lizzy also
open-
cleared the road.
Oh, very nice.
well.
Just the two of you?
So-
Did you have more members of your party?
Well,
Where
one
they
went.
went, but we handled it fine.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who needs them? Losers.
Just a couple of girls getting shit done.
Exactly. Just a couple of women. Just women. So hold up the sack and I point towards him like, I'm not going to open this because apparently the reaction's been really bad. It's the bandit leader's head. I didn't know if I needed evidence.
Oh. Yeah. No.
Otherwise, this can go in the canal or in the dock.
Yeah. I would
Or a furnace.
just
We have a furnace.
discreetly. I mean, we could burn it if you wanna. I'll just. And she's gonna just gently reach over and grab the thing and think. I mean, unless the bounty calls for it, you don't need. And she's gonna drop it on the ground with a sick little. As it's. Well, I'll deal with that later.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, just the fact that it's been cleared is pretty good. You guys worked fast. It's great. Yeah. I sorry, you said that you did recover some goods there from.
We didn't recover them personally. Well, I mean, they were there. We found them.
There were
them.
some crates of items. We kind of concealed them with some bushes, but we did stop at City Watch on the way to have them dispatch some guys because it was a lot of items.
Yeah, more than we could carry.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I mean, that sounds great. Sounds amazing, really. Yeah, let me check the listing here. 1 second. All right, so it says here, for the band camp, it's 280 gold. Is that I guess I'll just give that to you guys. Yeah.
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 All right. Good job. Thanks. I mean, I don't know if you necessarily needed to bring a head back, but I mean, if there was more for it, I'd give it to you. But that's what they've got there.
Don't
do you have the? Do you have the contract?
Lizzy should.
I'm gonna pull it out of my backpack and hand it over.
Wonderful. So, I will take that. Write down a little thing on the. So you're gonna just have one of you sign here saying that you received payment for job completion.
Do you want to sign? Or I'll sign.
I'll sign it.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Lizzy
So she'll
just Scribbles real fast on
And
it.
she'll just roll it up. Wonderful. There you go. She'll just put the sack of 280 gold on the table.
I'll grab it and then take 140 out and put into my existing one, then hand Lizzy the remaining 140.
Beautiful.
Fabulous.
Thank you so much for your hard, quick work. Wonderful to have some competent adventurers.
We try.
Beautiful.
Should we take a look at the board?
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Let's take a look at the board.
Claire?
Oh, what do we got on the board right now? Probably not too different from we looked at it a few hours ago.
I don't know. You wanna roll a D100 each?
Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
We can both do it.
Both.
Oh, okay. Fabulous. 84.
33.
So Agatha, you read a notice that a violent storm has wrecked a village along the northern coast. They are asking a party to help them rebuild from the storm. And then, Abby, what was yours? You say 84?
84. Did you say northern coast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure I wrote that right.
There is a plea for help on this board from a serving wench, but a barmaid, at one of the inns in the city who's in trouble. And there seem to be some gangsters threatening her family, and she's requesting help. She is located at the Greasy Gast.
Ugh.
I said that, and Abby's face went, ugh. I remember that shithole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Agatha what I found.
And I'm going to tell Lizzy what I found.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but I kind of prefer yours. Even
You
though
don't
it is
necessarily have
back
to go with
straight.
either of these. You could just come back tomorrow and see if there's anyone different, but that's up to you.
Listen, I'm kind of interested in yours because I'm ready to get out of this town. And I really don't want to go back to that greasy gas place. But
But we didn't find the shadowy figure.
but we don't really have that contract anymore, so I don't really care.
I mean, I wanted a free fucking set of armor, but okay. You go.
What kind of armor?
Plate.
Oh,
Plate.
you need plate. Oh, I found
Yeah.
chainmail earlier.
Yeah, I'm already wearing chainmail.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can always take this greasy gas one and just head over there and ask some questions. But I'll leave it up to you because we also have things we need to get identified too. So
That is true. Above table, based on the time that it is, will stuff still be open to get stuff checked?
You have time to get something checked, or go help this barmaid.
Above table.
can't
Which
work out
we-
loot.
No. Talking character. No. Talking character.
Okay. Well, Lizzy, honestly, we could probably only do one or the other. Because it's getting pretty late, so we can either get our items checked, or we can go talk to the bar wench. I personally don't mind either, because, like you, going back to the greasy gas, still kind of traumatized. So I'm happy to see if there's something new tomorrow. Completely up to you.
Well, we can always get stuff identified in the morning.
But you want to go back to the Greasy Ghast?
At night.
At night.
Do we really want to leave this woman and her family being threatened?
You're right.
The two nicest people in the group are you two. Oh.
Next time I'm gonna play a fucking Oathbreaker Paladin and just be a fucking shitlord. Looking at the contract, does it show how much we would get from completing it?
Not much.
God damn it.
Nothing
This is a
but the
poor
joy in our hearts
barmaid.
of knowing we saved a woman and her family.
Oh, you're right. And I have done some very heinous actions recently.
It's a good way to tip the scales back and, in
Yeah,
favor.
yeah.
Just listen, I try to do a little good and I try to do a little for me,
Okay. Yeah, let's go to the Greasy Ghast.
Plus, we already look intimidating with all this blood on us.
That is true. That's true.
And I saw so much energy.
Honestly, same. Pumped. Might be bloodlust. Haven't quite worked out yet.
All right. So Marza has heard you two sort of discussing amongst yourselves. Did I hear that you guys are willing to take on this this one quest here?
We are indeed.
Oh.
Wonderful. Well, I know with you two on the case, this woman's family is probably going to make it through the night, so that makes me happy. That's amazing. Here you go. She's going to hand you the contract.
I'll take it from her, thank you, and put it in my backpack.
Well, I'll see you when you finish.
Cool. See you hopefully soon. Hopefully it goes well.
Wonderful.
And leave, and I guess we make our way to the Greasy Ghast, being sure to keep an eye on our pockets,
shady individuals,
and anyone getting their little fingers into our pockets.
Anyone that isn't me, gel, of course.
On the contract, you see that the barmaid's name is Leora Dusk Shadow. Okay.
I long for a Susan Jones, something that's easy for me to write.
It's not that hard.
Leora?
All right, so yeah, Liora. Leora.
What? L with L-I or L-E?
Liora.
Okay, well, I already spelled it wrong. I spelled it like Leora.
That's fine.
Okay.
What's up, Jimmy? You just woke up with Who's Killed Who? Everybody's dead. It is a
women kicking ass.
Just women.
Just women.
It's a 2 hour marker, so we're gonna take like a 5-10 minute break. And then we'll be back and we'll see how Lizzy and Agatha do with this barmaid and her family that is being threatened. Alright? Burb. It would be. Alright. So, Marza has accepted your guys' proposal to head off and help this barmaid. You make your way back towards where you know the greasy ghast is. It takes you some time. It's probably
Keeping an eye out for pickpockets.
Oh yeah. We don't have the screen share.
yeah. Hang on.
Oh,
Thank
hang
you. You Dungeon Master changed. No, it hasn't. I was doing secret things behind the things that they couldn't see while I was doing the break.
Yeah, we were on break. It's okay.
They weren't allowed to see it.
I was attacked by a spider during it. It's fine.
Yeah, we all had our own adventure. You head back towards where you know the greasy gas is. It takes some time. You can see that businesses are starting to close up. It is like the twilight hour. It is lanterns are being lit, lights are going on, all that kind of stuff. You head towards the greasy ghast, passing through where Weatherby's is, and in a you like attention. Oh my goodness. I need you both to roll a perception check.
A 15.
14.
Okay, so Lizzy doesn't notice, but just as you're passing by an alleyway on the left, Agatha, you notice there are several dark figures surrounding what looks to be one smaller figure and one medium-sized figure, and then you see a woman desperately trying to pull one of these figures away from the smaller ones.
Noticing this, would it be sufficient to say that Agatha would go and inspect?
What would you do? If you saw this happen just as you're walking and you just see it out of the corner of your eye for a second. It's a darkened alley.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you saw.
I look over at Lizzy, explain what I've seen. Over there in the alley, there's a bunch of weird figures, and then they kind of like surrounding some smaller individuals. I'm getting a weird vibe from it.
I'm gonna look over and see if I see what she's talking about.
Yeah, you can see it. It is dark in that alley, though, so you're not able to see too clearly. Yeah, it definitely looks like there are larger figures surrounding a couple of smaller figures, and like I said, you see one woman pulling on what looks like the shirt or arm of one of the individuals. And you can kind of hear that she's saying something, and she seems desperate just by the body language you can see.
I agree. We'll go and check it out.
Okay, wonderful. So, two of you enter this alleyway. I had to make this quick.
That's fine.
I'm
totally down for it.
It is a narrow alley. It's only about 15 feet wide, and there's a dead end at the back of it. It's a one-way in.
So is the purple one the woman?
I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, you would see it's a woman that's pulling the shirt of one of the thugs. They seem primarily focused on a small boy and a young man pressed up against the back of the alley's wall, and you can hear them speaking in sharp, hushed whispers at this gentleman, and the woman pulling on this she's definitely, no, please, I promise. Tomorrow, we'll have it tomorrow. Please, don't. And she's pulling on the arm of one of the thugs.
Agatha. Sorry, looked like Lizzy was going to say something. Agatha will call out, "Hey, what's going on here?"
The hushed whispers stop, and all eyes go towards the pair of you standing at the entrance of this alley. The one by the wall here, number 4, looks like a scarred face. They all look quite bulky in terms of their size. But the number 4 has several scars on his face. And he goes, "None of your business. Get out of here."
I want to look at the woman and I want to say, do you want it to be our business?
While she says that, I'm taking Derek off my shoulder. See you, bitch. And I'm kind of just like shooing him to just sort of like go around the corner.
Around the edge of the wall.
Sort of like have him hide away.
He happily gets down from your shoulder, still clutching the thing under his vest, and he's got his little arrow, and he goes back behind the wall.
Okay.
So the woman, still holding on to the shirt edge of the one to her right, looks hesitant for a second, and you can see that her eyes are filled with fear. She doesn't know how to answer, because this appears to be people she knows, her family. It is she doesn't know. If she says yes, they could kill them. If she says no, they could still kill them. She doesn't know how to answer. She's the one in front of her on the right there that she's holding on to his shirt brushes her hands off and be like, it's none of your business. We're just having a polite conversation here. Not anything to concern yourselves with.
While they're talking, I just want to look at the 2 on either side of the smaller figures and just see if they're brandishing any weapons.
They are. They have clubs in their hands. Unless you're talking about the smaller figures.
Like,
smaller figures are not armed.
But they're not like holding knives up or anything to the smaller figures. Okay.
But they are considerably taller than the small boy, and they're sort of looming over him, and he's clutching onto this, you could ostensibly say it's his father, his leg, and he's gripping it in quite a lot of fear. You can see there's like tear tracks down his face. It has not been a good day for this child. He's not openly crying, but you could tell that he had been at one point quite recently.
Girl power.
So what seems to be the problem here?
Number 4 takes a step forward. He goes, "I told you." Oops. He goes, "I told you. No problem. You just need to see yourselves out of this private conversation."
As he
approach. No, you go first.
I was going to say, as he approaches, do I then now notice the club that's in his hand?
Yeah.
I'm
I would say you can
flipping up
see
my
that
crossbow.
they all have clubs, and the leader has a sword, like another long sword.
Yeah, I'm flipping up my crossbow and I'm saying, no more steps forward.
And as she does that, I'll also pull out my warhammer and shield.
Covered in blood.
Who's gonna tell me what's happening here?
Do they potentially notice the blood and brain matter on my mace?
Oh, they see it as soon as you pull it out. It's hard to miss that. But you're only like 20 feet from this one, and 10 feet from this one. You can see it.
Good.
This one again says nothing. Just some people owing some money, and we're collecting it. That's it.
Do they owe?
I don't see how it's any of your concern unless you're planning on paying it for them. I could see above table. I could just see the both of your heads going, should we just pay this and then let it go peaceful, or do we kill the shit out of these guys?
While still pointing the crossbow, I'm gonna say, well, I was considering it, but not with that fucking attitude, and I'm gonna shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
Ooh. Oh. At number 4?
Yup.
Okay. Gonna roll to hit.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Fabulous. I bet all my shit away. No, it's a D8. I need a D8 for this guy. It's gonna be 9 points of piercing damage.
So, that one hits in his leg. I would assume probably in a way again to stop moving forward. But it goes and just boonk right into his leg. It just sticks and goes, ah! You just hear him like cry out. The second he does that, the
only warning shot.
Huh?
I said that's the only warning shot as it like hits his leg.
Okay. Are you doing anything else before? Or just one shot and like that's the only warning shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you doing this in a way to intimidate them?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you want to roll intimidation?
Uh-huh. 14.
The one you hit, he hesitates, looks back towards his compatriots here. The leader, the one that seems to be the leader, pushes this young woman back towards the other side of the wall, steps forward, nods towards the two back here. This one grabs the arm of the father and pulls both the man and child back towards this section here. And this one steps forward here. The leader is like, you just made the worst mistake of your life. And now I need you to roll initiative.
Dirty 20.
19.
Okay. So, Lizzy went 19. Agatha, you can have an opportunity to do something because you rolled 20.
I'm gonna kind of lift up my mace and say to the group, yeah, the stuff that on here, the person that belonged to, funnily enough, he said the same thing. And in doing that, I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead on number 4. And it's a 14 wisdom saving throw.
Oh. 19.
Ugh. Then it does nothing.
Finally, the dice are in my favor.
You know what? Fuck it, because I have the bonus. Is the bonus just an attack?
Is it? What does it say on your sheet?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. The one that we
haste.
got from with haste.
Haste is only a
it's just
standard attack, a help action, using an object, or disengage,
dash.
hide, dash.
Okay.
So it's just a standard.
Then I will. I'm gonna go towards 4 and I'm gonna bash his head in.
You're just gonna be like, "'Cause we're women!"
Girl power!
Girl power.
You wanna roll the hit?
Yes. But does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, 9 damage. Bludgeoning. I'll let you choose where. Genitals.
I know, we're both gonna keep making a roll just in the hopes that it's genitals now.
Yeah.
Left hand.
Is he possibly holding the club?
Okay, he is right-handed. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So almost in a move of self-preservation, this thug who already has his leg injured manages to just pull up his arm to block your warhammer, and it goes and it crushes his hand in the downswing. So his hand is now completely useless. It is a mangled mush of cracked fingers, and he screams in pain.
And then, in a bid to silence him, I'm going to use my War Priest to do another attack. Uh, 16.
It's
7 bludgeoning damage.
okay. How would you like to kill him?
After hitting him in the hand with the downswing, he sort of like brings his hand up, seeing just this mangled mush of what used to be something useful. Wrong hand. As he lets out this scream, I then, with the down, I bring it back and go straight for the jaw. Completely just blast it off.
All right. So it just cleaves the jaw with the momentum. And I would say the same time that it rips the jaw off with the force, his whole head spins with the impact, and you just hear his neck snap. And he falls down dead on the ground.
Nice.
Number 4 dead. The Lizzy, it's now your turn.
Fabulous. I'm gonna run forward. To kind of stand in between the 3 and the L on the map, but just those 2 guys. And I am going to elbow 3 with my
Okay.
unarmed strike. Hold on, I'm pulling up my thing again. It's a 15 to hit.
On 3?
Mhm.
Hits.
Beautiful. So that's going to be 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 bludgeoning. And then I'm going to flurry of blows. Spend my key point here. So for my bonus action, I'm using my flurry of blows, and I'm going to hit him 2 more times. The first one, I'm going to knee him in the crotch. The second one, I'm going to slam on his foot. So the first one, that's a 14 to hit.
Just hits.
So his crotch shall take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And then as my foot slams down on his foot, that's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
So that's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Explain how this kills this thug. The thugs! This is a petty crime!
I think, I come in strong, and I hit him once, and then I go to knee him in the crotch, and as that's still settling, my foot slams down on his. And I'm just gonna say that the pain of me kneeing his crotch was just so overloading to his nerves that he just died.
Do you want him to die? You can just knock him out.
No. Okay, knocked out.
You want to pass
it knocks
out?
him out. Yeah.
Okay.
He passes out. We'll say he passes out. I've killed enough people today.
Agatha's like, no, they're all
And
dead.
with my additional haste action, with my additional haste action, I'm gonna attempt to kick the leader in the chest. Ooh, 23 to hit.
Hits.
Beautiful. And that does 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So, sorry, what did you do to the leader? You punched him in the chest?
I kicked him in the chest.
Kicked him in the chest, okay. So your foot connects and it maybe sends the leader back like half a step and like wobbles a bit. But he manages to like brace past that kick. There's a lot of force behind it. The thug on this side has also watched as you incapacitated his friend with a very vicious kick to the groin. And I would also say that you probably saw the look on all the other 3 guys' faces go ooh, as soon as you kicked him in the balls. Like they went, ooh, no. He steps over the other guy. I can disappear for now. And swings his club directly for your head. 6.
He's got to beat an 18.
19.
Yeah, he hits.
Alright, perfect. And he does 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So he's gonna swing his
Lizzy
club.
doesn't even really she barely hesitate, flinches. Just really didn't hurt.
I think it's like one of those things where somebody punches you, like it swings and it hits and it connects, but you just like have a tiny bit of blood. You go, nothing. Let's keep
I'm
going.
just gonna look at it and be like, that's a punch?
No, it was a club. He swung his club at you.
No, I'm just gonna be like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, what was that? Just unimpressed.
All right. Let's try 1, 2. Perfect. Okay. The leader of these thugs glares menacingly at both of you. His face, much like number 4, has many scars on it. There's pieces of his skin that are like almost like it was cut and then it was like rolled back, so it's like there's large grooving indents all over his face. He's an ugly motherfucker. I need you to both roll a wisdom saving throw.
25.
14.
He was attempting to impose a disadvantage on you, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I was gonna say wisdom's my
managed.
highest stat.
You managed. I can't help it. I can't help it. This is the book gave me the fucking thing.
Listen. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. He tried. He put
did.
his best foot forward. Okay.
He did. He has a bonus action for attacking, so he is also going to 14 plus 4, 18 on who's closest. Lizzy, 18. Does that hit you?
18
beats
beats, so it
Okay.
beats. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then it is D8. Where's my D8? 1 and 5 points of slashing damage. And he's gonna aim for your stomach. He's gonna step forward and swing his sword and aim it towards your stomach. Do 5 points of slashing damage. Probably further cutting your favorite shirt.
It's not my shirt again. I'm just gonna glare at him.
The thug at the back grabs the scruff of the small child and lifts him up by the back of his shirt. And he holds the club threateningly towards the child. And he shouts out, and he goes, "Put your weapons down, or the kid gets it."
Above table. Fuck that kid.
I just stare at my fists. Kind of hard to put these down.
Well, you better surrender, or this kid's gonna get it. The father, who's a very small man, skinny kind of dude, is horrified, and he's trying to like grab hold of his child, but the thug is managing to keep him at bay. The mother looks horrified and looks to you with pleading eyes. "Please, no, not my child."
Just gonna look at the guy who shredded my shirt. I'm gonna say, you could have just answered the question. How much do they owe?
It was going to. It was Agatha's fault.
Nah, pa.
And he did answer. He said, "It's none of your business unless you plan on paying." And then Agatha's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna move forward and." Good thing.
Well, I mean, I did shoot the other guy and said, you know, you could have just said it without the attitude, but
It's a joint effort.
But then you shot him in the leg. So
Well,
these are
is it
thugs. They're not wholly intelligent people.
Is it my turn?
No, he's waiting for an answer. Otherwise, it's still his turn. He hasn't done anything other
Okay.
than deliver a message.
I'm reading a spell.
Oh.
I would, because the issue is my response is a spell.
No, you can have a verbal response. Unless that spells a reaction.
The buff.
Does it have a somatic component?
Yes.
Mm.
I've only got one spell that doesn't have a somatic. But wouldn't work. I've got nothing. I don't know what to do.
Lizzy just stands here with her hands like just waiting.
Mm. Mm. I don't know what to do.
My crossbow fall to the ground as I'm like still
Okay.
with my hands up. Just
I will then holster my weapons.
Okay. The leader. That's better. That's better. I'm gonna ask you to step yourselves back to the front of this alleyway, and give you the opportunity to get the fuck out of here, unless you plan on paying these people's debts. And now you're gonna have to pay for the loss of my comrades on top of it.
I'm gonna point at the one on the ground and I'll be like, he'll be awake soon.
The other one I point at, I'm like, him not so much. I then say, put the child down, and then tell us how much. And I want to make sure they're safe before I pay you.
Okay. So the one at the back, still holding on to the child, drops him back down to the ground. Still got his club near him, but has pulled it back a little bit. And the leader says, well, this woman's husband decided he was going to play a chancy game of dice, and he owes us 150 gold. And he hasn't been able to pay. You got that kind of money on you?
I will turn to Lizzy, speak to her in Elvish, and just be like, 50-50.
And I will say out loud in common, yeah, 50-50.
Okay. So I'll pull out 75 gold.
Okay.
And bring it over towards Lizzy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting my gold. I'm gonna grab 75 golds, put my hand out and wait for Agatha's.
Place it in her hand.
Close my fist around it. Let those two come to their mom before I hand it over.
We'll do a little dance move here. We're gonna move past each other, so that you guys are inside the alley, or we're gonna be at the edge, and we'll do a swap at the same time.
I'll follow Lizzie's lead, but I will also be keeping an eye on my pockets.
Same, but I'm gonna start rotating towards the right, like still looking at him, like rotating with him, and I'm gonna use my foot as I'm rotating to just keep my crossbow with me.
Fine. So everybody moves, woo, like that. I'll move you down a little bit more. And that.
And we'll
sort
just
of thing.
imagine those two boys are still up there.
Well, I'm gonna say that they sort of like move forward, and at the same time they moved. This one, and the family, will have moved with the barmaid. She is now with her family. This one is still holding on to the little boy. The leader has backed up after picking up the number 3 guy, leaving the dead body of the one on the ground there. And the leader says, "All right, you pass over the gold to my friend up there, number 2, and we'll let go of these ones, and we'll all be on our merry way."
How about you and your number 2 here back towards the alley, and when he hands me over these 2 gentlemen, I will hand him the gold.
All right. Counteroffer. I'll let the child go with the mother. We're gonna keep hold of this miscreant father of theirs, and we'll all head towards the back. You give my compatriot the money, and then we'll let the father go.
Fair enough.
All right. So, the mother and child are able to. Say it's doing my back because I have them connected, but she's off to the side, a little bit closer towards where you guys are. This one is sort of let go of the child to grab hold of the father, and they've moved towards the back end of the alley there. That way, and they've all moved closer towards the alley, and now this one is holding his hand out to you, Lizzy, to pass the gold.
Keep on walking. We're doing the exchange up there. And I'm going to walk with him forwards as I do this. Come on. Same time means same time.
Lizzy? Where did I put you? There. Alright, so the two of you sort of go on a dance towards the front of the alley there. I'll say, Agatha, maybe you probably stay behind to make sure they're not going to try and run to the child.
And I'm going to reach one hand out towards the dad.
Okay. You're going to move forward with the dad.
And as soon as I have the dad's hand, I'm going to drop the coin into his hand.
Okay. He's going to let go of the dad. And they're going to...
Cool. And I'm going to pull the dad behind me.
Alright, perfect. The second that gold hits
Shoo.
this one's... Huh?
I said,
oh,
shoo.
I think like shoe like footwear.
No. Shoo.
I was like, what?
I was like, is this a code word? Should I be doing something? Do I just bolt?
That would have been great. We should have DM'd. No, I'm just
the second that gold hits the one thug's hand and the other one lets go of the dad, all three of them run out of the alley around the corner. The mother is fussing over her child, hugging him desperately. Oh, I'm so glad you're safe. Oh, And the dad, as soon as they've disappeared in the corner, runs to hug his family, and they're in a huddled corner over here. She looks up you over the head of her child. Just, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't been here.
Well, thankfully we noticed you. And I'll turn to the father and pull out my mace, hold it towards him. And I'm like, God help you if you ever play fucking dice again. Just making sure, like, all the blood and guts are, like, right
I was
up
just
there.
gonna say, as you, like, reaching out towards him with the thing, little bits of brain matter just slough off. Fucking thing.
I'm gonna move and put my like crossbow on my back and just be like, "It's okay, Agatha. Are you guys all right?"
The dad now looks terrified, but he's just nodding aggressively towards Agatha. Never again. Never again. Never again. Oh, never. And the mother and son are both crying, and they're both, oh yeah, we're fine now.
I use my hand to push her mace down.
I put it away.
Cool.
And I'm just gonna. I'm Lizzy, by the way.
The dad is too scared to say anything. He's still looking at Agatha like, I don't know what to say.
You should hear me.
The woman says, I'm Leora. It's honestly, I don't know what we would have done. The City Watch wouldn't help at all. They said that nothing had happened, so they couldn't do anything until something did, and they almost killed my little boy.
Hearing her introduce herself, I pull out the contract. I'm like, Leora Duskshade?
Dusk Shadow.
Shadow?
Yes, that's me.
We actually had your thing from the Adventurers Guild.
Oh my goodness,
This was indeed a fortuitous meeting.
I only put that in this afternoon when they, had threats with me while I was at work. I didn't know anybody would be able to respond so quickly.
Well, you just called us at the right time.
An intervention, maybe?
I can't thank you enough. I didn't even have that much money to pay. I only had about 5 gold to pay. I didn't think anybody would be able to take that seriously.
I look at Lizzy.
I'm just gonna say... Oh no, continue, sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say to you in Elvish, I'm like, I kind of had fun. I don't need to get paid. I got my bloodlust out of me.
I'm gonna nod and I'm just gonna say to the woman, we didn't do it for the money, please. We just wanted to help.
Oh my goodness, you two are just... I don't know what deity sent you to us, but I thank them from the bottom of my heart.
Twella.
Have you already given the gold to the Adventurers Guild?
No, I was going to pay.
Contract?
No, they said I could pay whoever sort of came about and was able to help me.
Okay. Please keep your gold.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I mean, the most I could do is maybe offer you some lodgings at the inn, at the inn that I work at.
We already have accommodation, but thank you for the offer.
I appreciate the offer, but we do have prior accommodations.
Above table, as I said, all like these bitches are gonna be like, "Fuck you."
I think that's an insult. I'm gonna take the kid.
Are any of you injured?
She sort of checks herself over and her son No, I think we're okay. Yeah, it was very frightening. I didn't know what else to do.
Well, thankfully, you're all right.
Do you need us to walk you anywhere?
Yeah.
No, I think I'm just gonna take my idiot of a husband. Who's gonna smack him on the head, and my son. And we're gonna go back to the inn and sort of try to calm down before we go home.
We'll walk with you till you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. It doesn't take long for you guys to get back over to the
Also, as
greasy
we're making our
guest.
way there, I grab another ration out of my backpack and just with the wrapper.
I'll say you did that as you were exiting the alley, just to be like, and the second you do, from behind what is probably like a market stall that is just left, it's empty. It's been emptied for the day. Might gain some stuff tomorrow. You just see a head poke out from behind one of the wagon wheels on it, and Derek sees it going, and he's holding his one hand on his the loot that you still don't know what it is, but you know it's something from the caravan, and his arrow, and he's scampering towards you, and he just goes.
I pick him up, put him on my shoulder, and then just start sort of like breaking off pieces and handing them to him periodically as we're going
And
towards.
He's gonna eat them. I love how this raccoon is just eating you out of house and home.
Literally. But I mean, I have so many fucking rations now.
Oh my god. Raccoon.
Eventually he'll just get decidedly heavy and you'll be like, you're gaining weight. This is the most well-fed raccoon in all of the forest area.
Wow.
Alright, so you, Agatha and Lizzy managed to escort Leora and her family safely back to the Greasy Gas. They give you a quick farewell and a kind smile as you watch them walk in. The husband walking in after with his head hanging in shame, who's still keeping an eye on Agatha with a bit of a
as he looks around
leery. He goes, oh, and then quickly scuttles in after his family. What would you like to do now?
Agatha, would you like to go for a drink before going to our rooms?
Yes, let's go catch a disease. Can we go drink somewhere else, please?
Yeah,
Or do you...
I want to catch a drink at the Well and Rested before we head up
thank
to
God.
our rooms.
Yeah, sure. I thought you meant the Greasy Gas. I was like,
No.
I feel like I've already passed on that. Thank you.
No, thank you. So as we walk to the Well and Rested, I'm just keep an eye out for pickpockets, bandits, ruffians, walking confidently. We've had 2 successful fights. We're ready to brawl. And don't touch us. Don't try us, motherfuckers.
You're all still covered in blood. So you guys make it into the Well and Rested. It is almost 10 o'clock, so it's quite late. You still see that there are some guards that have retired to the inn bar area to take a well-deserved drink from their hard day. Agatha, you take a quick scan of the crowd. Belton is not there. Not the scene.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Bump.
But there is a but it's a what? Is it what?
Is Alina? Is that what her name?
Elaine? You mean Elaine? I haven't looked for her yet.
But I know what she looks like. I was with you.
I know. I'm just gonna look at Agatha as we're walking and be like, do we want to clean up first or drink first?
Dealer's choice.
Drink first.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head over to the bar since I'm the
Beautiful.
least covered in blood, and I'm gonna order us a round of drinks.
Beautiful. So the bartender says, "What kind of drink would you like? Something strong, something easy, or something fruity?
Everything's strong.
Something strong. All right." And he asked, "Do you have any aversion to flames?"
No?
No.
Wonderful. 2 dragons' breaths coming right up. And he
Scared.
uh,
I don't trust Andy.
you see him mixing a drink, splashing in some stuff, giving it a good stir, pouring it into 2 glasses. You see that the drinks themselves are steaming somewhat with some kind of thing, and a frothy mixture bubbles up to the surface of these drinks. They are a orangey kind of ale colored mixture with some bubbles in it. And he places them down in front of both of you. And he says, that'll be 2 gold.
I will hand him 3.
Oh, very generous of you, miss. Thank you. Please do enjoy. As I said, no aversion to fire, right?
Nope.
Not
Wonderful.
that I know of.
I'm hold my cup up to Agatha and say, "Well done today."
And as she says that, we cheers the drinks.
Yep.
Clink,
Bonk
clink
And then I'm gonna-
tankards.
Clink.
I'm gonna chug it.
Honestly, seeing her do that, I'm also going to do it.
I'm gonna
Wonderful.
embrace it. I'm
I
afraid that I'm
need-
embracing.
I need you
God.
both. I need you both to do a Constitution saving throw.
21. Constitution's my second highest. Well,
What'd you say?
I got 21 as well. So great.
So, the both of you drink in one quick gulp, or couple gulps. You just chug these drinks. You feel like the frothy foam from the top of these drinks almost prickle along your face, where it's like on your upper lip and just on the edges of your mouth, giving like a almost, while it's still wet on there, almost like a numbing sensation, but like prickling too, like it's numb but it's prickling. It feels like hot fire, is not unpleasant, but like it just really hot beverage going down your throats. You feel it as it travels down your esophagus, like you feel every particle of this liquid going down through your body into your stomach. As soon as it lands in your stomach, your entire belly is infused with this warmth. And for a second, it almost feels like you are, like, you know, you get that feel like it's too hot, right? Just for a split second. And then it seems to subside. And you both feel, like, that was, like, you get like this exhilarated, like, that was amazing. What was in that? And you feel like that heady sort of like you drank a really hard liquor drink. Like it was, you feel intoxicated, not like drunk, but definitely a heady sort of sensation. You both also gain dragon's breath for the next 6 hours. That is, you have been imbued with magic to be able to spew magical energy from your mouth. It is fire magic. For the next 6 hours. You can choose to take an action to exhale this energy in a 15-foot cone. And it's a dexterity saving throw for anyone in it.
Probably shouldn't do it indoors.
Do you want to roll a perception check?
Sure.
Yeah.
A
21.
Perception. 22.
So, as Agatha says, "Oh, I feel like I could breathe fire. Should do that inside." You both notice, almost like when you talk about something, you then notice that it's there. You can see different parts of the bar have scorch marks on it. Very subtle, but it's there. And behind the bar, you can see there are what looks to be, or what we would deem to be, fire extinguishers. Many of them behind the bar.
They're prepared.
Very prepared.
You might not get any use out of
Worried
this in
about
the next
where
6
Nigel
hours,
is.
but now you know whether this drink is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask Agatha, should we be worried about where Nigel wandered off to, or where the fuck Haru went again?
Well, let's be brutally honest. Nigel is probably in prison again. That's what happened last time. Harry, who fucking knows? And honestly, we'll probably find out in like 3-4 days again when she'll show up randomly again. So I think we're good to just keep going. They'll turn up.
Agatha, as you're having this conversation and you've put your tankard back down, you feel a gentle tug on your hair. And Derek's like, he wants some of that drink that you had.
No. It's just,
Okay. You say no, and the tone of your voice, he goes,
I'm gonna.
And he's just
I'm gonna
fine, he just
flag
keeps
down
looking around.
the barkeep again, and I'm gonna ask for just a plate of food.
Alright, any kind of specifics? Sandwiches? Or do you want meat? Chips?
Can I have just like an assortment of like meat and fruit if you have it?
Yeah, you want like a deli platter kind of thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, no problem. Come right up. And he wanders off towards the back kitchen area.
I'll look at Agatha and say, I'm gonna feed Derek. His food's on me tonight.
well, I mean,
He just ate a ration!
literally.
Yeah, but he's so
Hey.
disappointed about the drink.
Do you want to do
I
an
love
explosive
that this...
or fire-breathing raccoon?
No, but I'm gonna give him
Exactly.
something he can have.
The bartender returns a couple minutes later with a nice platter full of meats, cheese, grapes, dried fruit, and crackers. Is this sort of the fare you were looking for?
Great.
Alright. So that'll just be 1 gold for this one. It's pretty easy.
I am gonna hand him 1 gold piece and 2 silver pieces.
Alright, wonderful. Thank you. Very, very kind. Very kind. Thank you. I see that you ladies finished your drinks. Were you looking for another one or anything else to drink?
Not another one of this one. Great though. Maybe something a little easier.
Yeah, I got some just regular ale if that's what you're looking for.
Lizzie, does that work for you?
Sounds perfect.
We'll have 2 of those
Alright.
then.
2 ales coming right up. And he's going to pour out some ale, nice golden color, a little bit of foam on the top. Nothing dangerous looking, nothing smoking or anything. Sets those 2 down in front. And he says, just one gold for the 2 of these.
I'll pay 1 gold and then 10 silver.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate your generosity. Enjoy your evening, ladies. Let me know if you need anything else.
Will do.
Thank you. I'm gonna grab just like a cracker, a piece of cheese, a few grapes, like just whatever I can hold in my hand, and then I'm gonna pull the plate over and I'm just gonna look at Derek and point at the plate and then point at him and then like point towards my mouth to like try and let him know it's for him.
So he's gonna look at you doing all those mimings, and he's gonna look at Agatha and just tap her on the cheek, and then scramble down into her lap, and then climb up onto the counter. And he's gonna
I'm gonna slide the plate so it's like right in front of him.
He's gonna make the same sort of like, a little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese, grape onto a cracker. He's gonna lift it up with one hand, and then make his way towards you. He's gonna try shoving it in your mouth.
Let him. I'll just let him. Fine.
I can't just look over at them just like...
And as he shoves it in your mouth, he just sort of like taps your lips after. And then he just quickly backs up and then makes another little like sandwich thing. And he just looks at you like,
You.
And he grabs it and he just comes back over to Agatha and then just sits on her lap and starts eating his little makeshift sandwich.
He'll learn
that was-
eventually.
yeah. That was something to witness. I'll just like scratch my head.
Fabulous. And I'm just gonna start eating my food.
Wonderful.
Because I guess we'll need to turn this contract in the morning.
I mean,
Right.
would the Adventurers
They're not
Guild...
open right now, right?
They're open 24 hours. You could take it back
I was
now.
going to say.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can finish up here and then head over
Yeah.
and take it.
Ooh, I'll finish my food. We'll chug our drinks.
Yeah.
And then we'll make our way over there. Keeping an eye out for pickpockets.
All right. So, the 2 of you
And
finish
obviously
your...
have Derek with me.
2 of you finish your meal. Little snacky thing, little drinks, little celebratory thing. While you're there, some of the City Watch look at you because you've still covered in blood, and they just kind of give you a worrying look. They'll keep an eye on you, but none sort of approach you to say like, "Why are you covered in blood?" You finish. You make your way back towards the Adventurers Guild. Unlike when you entered a few hours earlier, decidedly less people now. It's about 11:30, so it's quite late. There's a small smattering of people. There's one adventurer in the corner, looks sort of like he's just fallen asleep while he's nursing a beer or an ale, and a couple other ones that are just having light conversation. Marza is behind the counter. When the 2 of you enter, she looks up and goes, "Oh, back already? Don't tell me you already finished another one."
Hey, yeah, we did.
Oh wow! Well, that's great. Did the client pay you the contracted amount?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Listen, I thought that notice was going to sit on there for days. You guys managed to do it in just a couple hours, start to finish. Amazing! It's amazing.
Thank you.
Do you have the contract with you?
I do, and I take it out of my backpack and hand it over to her.
Wonderful. If you could just sign here at the bottom, say that you received your
Yep, yep.
reward. Perfect. Just gonna
Sign it.
roll it up, tie it in a little bow. Beautiful. I don't have any new assignments on the board yet today. More could come around tomorrow if you wanted to check back then. But you guys are amazing. Great work.
We aim to please. Yeah, we'll probably be back some point tomorrow.
Wonderful. I don't know if I had mentioned it before. I feel like I have. If you guys wouldn't be heading north anytime soon, would you?
Don't know. Maybe at some point.
I know you just handled that bandit issue, and I feel like I might have talked to you. It might have been another group, but I feel like I said it at one point. I'll just say it again. There is, or has been, talk of, I don't know what's causing it, but there is a trade route between here and the central city that it's blocked. Like, people are not getting through. People are going missing. No one's able to tell us exactly what's happened, because anybody that goes to investigate, they go missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's something that you guys wanted to check out. I don't know how long you plan on staying in the city for, but that one's directly out of the guild, out of Central City, so it would be something you'd report to them if you are able to successfully figure out why people are going missing on the northern trade route.
Lizzy, what do you think?
I don't see why we can't take it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Is
we'll
there-
take it. Oh, God, sorry.
And is there anything from here for us to take with us to the guild up there?
No, so this
that we'll
one
have to, like,
is
show
a
that
bit.
we got it, or just.
So I know for a fact that there were some royal guards that went to investigate what was happening, because apparently one of the travelers or what was part of a diplomatic envoy that has gone missing. So if you bring back anything that shows it's part of that party, that would basically indicate that you found them. That would be enough information to prove that you resolved the issue, whatever it is. Also, with the trade route back open, people are moving, so that would be pretty self-explanatory there. Hopefully, the people who got missing are still alive, but, I mean, come back with people or come back with evidence that they're dead.
Okay. Yep, then I guess we'll take
We
it.
should. Yeah.
All right, so just in the capital city, there, just report to the Adventurers Guild when you get there. Provide the evidence and let them know that I was the one that told you about it, and should be good to collect. It's a pretty substantial reward. I'm pretty sure you may have to meet with the king, but we'll see what they say.
As she says that, I look down at my armor. It's kind of like, might need to get this cleaned.
Yeah, yeah. We'll clean up.
I mean, maybe before you go see the king, but I don't think it would bother anybody at Adventurers Guild, but definitely a quick scrub up before royalty, might not go amiss.
Okay. Is there anything we need to take from, like, do we have like a contract or anything physical?
Nope, it's literally just a word of mouth and evidence kind of thing. So you bring in that evidence, and that'll be enough.
Okay.
Because either you go missing, or you bring back the evidence. It is a pretty peril-fraught mission, so it's not something to take lightly.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty late, so, and I'll kind of look at Agatha and I'll be like, well, probably sleep, stock up, and head out.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, I wish you
so
both
much.
luck. No, of course.
Thank you.
You have a good day. All right.
And you?
Wunderbar.
And we'll make our way to the
Well and
well and rested.
keeping an eye out for pickpockets and bandits and ruffians.
Derek's still with me.
So you guys get back. It's pretty late. Your rooms are, your room. You guys have the key. You don't know whether or not Haru or Nigel got back to their room, but you guys took number 9, right? That's the room that you're in. I think it was 5 and 9.
Yeah, it was 5 and 9. Yeah, we took 9.
number 9.
9.
So you guys head down the hall towards number 9. Open the door. Enter. It is a fairly decent room. There are 2 beds with 2 pillows each, enough like a 2 double bed system, so quite large bed. Decent sort of feel to the mattresses there. There is a not as nice of a bathroom, but this one has like wash basin, pitcher of water, some plumbing for toilet necessities, and then an area for you to sort of pump out some water into the tub that's there, if you wanted to take a bath, that kind of thing. There is a small table with 2 chairs in a like against the wall near the bed, so it's smaller. It's not like a seating area, but there is another area to sit should you wish to. There is no balcony, but there is a window that you could see outside with a curtain in front of it.
I will head to the bed nearest the window and sort of like plop down on it. Plop Derek down on it and kind of just sort of like get myself comfy.
I'm gonna go clean up before I touch my bed.
So,
After
Agatha,
seeing her
as
do
you
that
sat
immediately
down,
sat and just left like an ass print of blood, I then get up and I'm like, shit.
Oh, that was great.
Then I wait behind Lizzy, waiting for her to clean off, and then I'll clean off.
I mean, thankfully you did sit on the
Periodic-
outer cover of the bed, so you could just pull it back and then that's up to you.
periodically staring over that ass print.
I will. When I finish cleaning up and Agatha goes in to clean up, I will take the top cover off of her bed and put it in like the corner, and I'll take the one off my bed and put it on her bed.
Oh, so nice.
I'll sleep. Yeah. Now that I come out cleaned, no traces of bone, blood, or brain matter, I then make towards the bed.
Mhm.
Confused that there's no ass print anymore. Just
You
look
can
at
see
Lizzy and
Derek sort of wedged himself between 2 pillows, and he is still holding the one thing under his thing. He is dead asleep. He did not wait for you. He was a tired raccoon. He did a lot of running today.
and a lot of eating. I'll climb onto the bed and sort of like scoot him over so there's still room for me. And just get
You
ready
both gonna
for
go to
the
sleep?
I'm just gonna say, like, as we're both settling in, the door's locked.
Did you check that the door was locked?
No, she's
Gonna
going
get
to
up
lock
and
the door.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
locking the door.
I'll get up
then-
and lock the windows.
The windows have
And
been
pull the
locked
curtains.
unless you unlock them, and the curtains were drawn.
Oh, okay.
Closed.
Then.
So,
Okay.
Checking.
but you can
Alright,
check it. Yeah.
Door's locked. Check.
Yeah.
Gonna wait
Windows
for
locked.
Agatha to-
Check.
Check. Alright, let's get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. All right. We'll end things there for today. Good job, ladies. You kicked some bandit ass and some thug butt.
Mhm.
I think it almost
Just
down.
women. Can we get a just women shirt? Thank you.
Yeah.
Just women.
It's just gonna be like a blood-soaked monk and a blood-soaked war cleric. Just women. What?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next Frigg date, I believe.
I'm just gonna reply to Contour just one sec.
Hmm.
Our first fucking session, we got robbed. So we now have 0 fucking trust. We got robbed in our fucking sleep.
We don't trust her.
No.
And the one time we didn't say we were looking for pickpockets, she scare tacticked us. So
And then Heru got pickpocketed.
Okay.
we don't trust anyone.
The next. Listen, they were in the bad part of the city. Okay, it's not my fault.
Our own party will rob us. It's okay.
The next D&D day for Frigg is on August 9th. So, that's in 2 weeks. Nice little vacation. Hopefully, I know Nigel can make it. Hopefully, Haru can as well. I don't know what happened to Bubba today. We'll find out, I guess. The next Sol Invictus Day is this Sunday, I believe. Yes, this Sunday at noon. Now it starts at noon. If you have missed an episode of either Sol Invictus or Blessed by Frigg, you can go to youtube.com/@naturalchaosdm and watch past episodes. Oh, excuse me. Lizzy and Agatha, thank you for playing today. Appreciate you both. I'm glad that you got to kick butt.
Finally.
Take
So much
names.
diplomacy.
And
I got to kill.
We only had to split the money 2 ways.
And saved a child.
Oh.
So, there you go.
And saved
Yeah.
a child from the goodness of our hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost some money in the process, but hey ho. Yeah, good stuff. Appreciate you all. All right. I will be back Sunday. Is the next thing you'll see me. Maybe tomorrow, but I doubt it. It's gonna be a busy day. So, love your faces. Thank you, everybody. Bye.